Give your podcast a professional flow. Open-ended questions are always great conversation starters. With that in mind, let's begin with one. What's your favorite movie? No doubt, as soon as you think of the answer, scenes from it begin to play in your mind's eye. Now, keep thinking about your favorite movie. Only, instead of just picturing it, try to remember listening to it. Next, think about a very exciting or action-packed scene from it. If you're like most people, you're probably almost watching and listening to it again in the theater as you think about it. Next question. How do you know for sure that the scene you've picked is an exciting or action-packed one? And no, the answer I'm looking for isn't the action on the screen. Still stumped? The answer is in the clue I gave you earlier. Think about listening to the movie. If your answer is the movie's soundtrack or background music, you're absolutely right. The musical transitions let you know what's happening or give you a clue about what's going to happen. Well, believe it or not, you can use the same pattern for each episode of your podcast. After all, while it isn't a movie, your podcast is still a production. And just like a movie's musical score, you can use music to transition from one segment to another. There are a couple of reasons for doing this. The first and most obvious is it'll make your podcast sound much more professional. Remember, when it comes to marketing, image, even an audio one, is everything. A second reason is it helps with the overall flow of the program. In the same way different types of music are used with specific segments of a game show, incorporating a specific type of music bed for each main segment of your podcast will help the listener follow along. The third and also fairly obvious main reason for using music beds in your podcast is it provides a background for your voice. Unless you're a great speaker and your voice is very pleasant to listen to, most people won't want to listen to a podcast that consists of only your voice. The one exception to this is if you're providing a gotta-have-it specific, unique content for a starving audience.